Pope Francis recently announced a consistory for the creation of 21 new cardinals from around the world to be held in the Vatican on December 7, 2024. The consistory will consist of a diverse set of new cardinals from around the world and will enlarge the college to 256 cardinals, 141 of whom will be cardinal electors. Let's take a look at the top 5 choices that have generated headlines or have a unique characteristic. Leave a comment with who you think will have the biggest impact on the church. Now, let's take a look. Number 5. Archbishop Angelo Asseri. This has been viewed as an interesting pick by the Pope since Asseri is 99 years old. Born in 1925 in Sesta Godano, Italy, Asseri was ordained a priest in 1948. He went on to enter the diplomatic service of the Holy See in 1956. He served in the pontifical representations in Colombia, Brazil, France, Japan, and Portugal, and he worked in the international relations section of the Holy See. Asseri has been involved in the Church for so long that Pope Pius XII was the supreme pontiff when he entered into service with the Vatican. Pope Paul VI appointed him Apostolic Pronuncio to New Zealand and Apostolic Delegate to the Pacific Ocean in 1974. Pope John Paul II later sent him to Colombia as Nuncio, where, along with other diplomats, he was held hostage for 6 weeks by guerrillas of the April 19th movement. While Archbishop Asseri will be a part of the upcoming consistory, he will not be a voting member in the College of Cardinals and will not be eligible to vote in any upcoming papal conclave. That duty is reserved only for cardinals under the age of 80. Number 4. Bishop Mola Byock. This pick is interesting for 2 reasons. First, Byock is a bishop in the Eastern Catholic Church, more specifically, the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church. Controversially, the Archbishop Sviatoslav Shevchuk was passed up by Pope Francis to make room for Byock. Secondly, Byock is only 44 years old and will become the youngest cardinal in the college come December. The bishop hails from Australia of all places. Ukrainians began settling in Australia prior to the First World War, but even larger numbers came after the Second World War, as part of the International Refugee Organization resettlement of displaced persons. Byock joined the Congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer, popularly known as the Redemptorists, in July 1997. He took his religious vows and was ordained a priest in 2005. From 2015 to 2020, Byock served as the vicar of the Ukrainian Catholic parish of St. John the Baptist in Newark, New Jersey. In 2020, he was appointed by Pope Francis as the eparchial bishop of the Ukrainian Catholic Eparchy of Saints Peter and Paul of Melbourne. Later that year, he was consecrated as bishop in St. George's Cathedral in Ukraine. Number 3. Archbishop Dominique Mathieu. What makes this pick interesting is that Mathieu is the archbishop over the diocese Tehran-Isfahan in Iran. This is undoubtedly a difficult place to be a Christian, and the entire Catholic population in the country is only about 21,000. That's out of a total population of 86 million within the country. Dominique Mathieu was born in Belgium in 1963. He joined the Order of Friars Minor Conventual at 21, professed his solemn vows in 1987, and was ordained a priest in 1989. He moved to Lebanon in 2013 and served as custodial secretary, master of novices, and rector of postulants and candidates in the provincial custody of the East and of the Holy Land. Pope Francis appointed him Archbishop of Tehran-Isfahan on January 8, 2021. In March of 2021, he told an interviewer that from the time he entered religious life, he almost always felt affinity with the Islamic world. Mathieu will serve as a voting member in the College of Cardinals and will be a participant in selecting the next pope. Number 2. Archbishop Domenico Batalia. What sets Batalia apart is the fact that he's known as a street priest and goes by the nickname of Don Mimo. In his first year as Archbishop of Naples, Batalia established himself as an unflinching critic of the city's entrenched Camorra mafia. Following the murder of a 19-year-old man, he released a strident letter denouncing the trail of blood that in these days is going through the city. Born in 1963 in Satriano, Italy, Battaglia was ordained a priest in 1988. In 1992, he became president of the Calabrese Solidarity Center, which supports efforts to recover from drug addiction, and from 2000 to 2006, he was vice president of the Bethany Foundation, a non-profit organization that operates rehabilitation centers. Pope Francis named him Bishop in 2016, and he continued his street preaching ways. He earned himself another nickname, Bergoglio of the South. Number 1. Father Timothy Radcliffe. This choice has sparked a lot of controversy on his views surrounding same-sex attraction. He wrote that same-sex desires, like all desires, are God-given and need to be educated rather than denied. Radcliffe praised mature gay Catholics in committed relationships. After Pope Francis released his controversial Fiducia Supplicans document in regards to the blessings of same-sex attracted persons, he received significant pushback, especially from African leaders. Father Radcliffe addressed the situation and implied that the African cardinals were being pressured to take these positions by American evangelicals and from Moscow. Born in London in 1945, Radcliffe went on to attend St. John's University at Oxford and entered the Dominican order in 1965. In 1992, he was elected Master of the Dominican Order, holding that office until 2001. During his tenure as Master, Radcliffe served as ex officio Grand Chancellor of the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas in Rome. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment with how you think these cardinals will do in the Vatican.